certain amount of what we call consumer spending that is happening in every household, virtually every household in America and many countries today. But let's just take the United States as an example. The average 3 or 4 person household in the United States right now is buying certain things that are predictable that they all buy. And that money is going to the company that produces those products. I mean, we're talking about products like bath and body products, nutritional supplements, yeah, things like that. In fact, we've got a list here of some of the products that Cindy's going to go into in a minute. But here's the concept I want you to catch. There are certain things that Herbalife right now has available to all of us that before Herbalife we are paying somebody else for every single month. And the important thing here is that when we begin Herbalife, we start our business, we now need to make a commitment in our mind and in our lives where we say, I will go through my whole house, I will look at everything right now, every product in my house that Herbalife has available, but I'm currently buying from a competitor. I'm going to stop buying from a competitor. I'm going to clean my house out of that stuff, and I'm going to stop sending that money every month of mine to a competitor. I'm going to start sending it into my own dream money company, and that's Herbalife. And this is really key. Let's look at how that works. Let's take an example here.
Well, you know, Kurt and I and our family of 5 here, we use all of the products, so many of the products, and our children use the products, our pets use the products. I mean, we all use the products. There's no doubt about that. But what we did was we kind of looked at the Herbalife catalog, and we looked at our own, you know, cupboards, and kind of looked at very conservatively what is an average family already, what are they purchasing? Not that they're going to go out and add something new to their grocery list, but what are we already purchasing? What are we already spending our money on? And we went through that catalog and really took a conservative list. And here's we just came out with a list of products here that everybody's using, that Herbalife does provide. And
they're buying it from somebody
right now. Okay, that's shampoo, conditioner. We've got soap. We've got bars of soap. We've got body washes, and we've got lotions.
In fact, that body wash, we use the
body wash right in our
hand soap dispensers.
Hand soap dispensers. We put that in there.
I don't want to buy soap from Dial.
You know, we're using hand lotions. We're all using fragrances. A lot of us are using children's vitamins right now, and many people are using their own personal vitamin, one-a-day type vitamins. Snacks. We've got protein bars, we've got nuts, we've got different drinks, we have different snacks that you can actually have. And we have our dermogenic skincare, you know, and then there's even a couple things like vitamin C and echinacea, which are very, very popular products right now that most people are buying and have in their house. So just this list right here, again, this is just a very conservative list from the Herbalife catalog that people are already spending money on, okay? And so when we added all of that up, it came to about 150 volume points of products, U.S., you know, the volume points, okay? And of course, us distributors are getting that at a discount. But if you take that, for an average family of 4, that's 150 volume points every single month that people basically are spending at other places right now. And we can take that 150 volume points and bring it right into the Herbalife family, the Herbalife store, your store.
Now let's look at that on the flow chart for a minute before you go into the full figures. Let's really look, let's take an example of where this is going, okay? Because before we start Herbalife, remember, all of that this is really conservative. Cindy's saying about $150 worth of stuff. Most households, that list we went through right there, you're going to say 90% of that at least you were already buying, okay? Now who are you giving that money to? Well, you're giving it to places like Paul Mitchell or VO5 or Dial Soap, or you get the picture, okay? Now, so if you look, we've got these consumers. We're all consumers before Herbalife, and where's that money going before Herbalife? It's going to those competing companies, okay? Now, when we take just that amount and we don't spend any more per month, we now want to shift it. This is, remember, the first thing we all need to do in this business, use the products. Follow where I'm going here. We now want to take that money out of those competitors and shift it so it's now start flowing into Herbalife. And so that it fills that dream money pool that Herbalife can then use in the marketing plan to pay back to us distributors. Now this is very powerful, and I know what's going through some people's minds right now, because it went through your mind, went through my mind, is, well, what difference does it make? I'm only one person, you know. First of all, I tell you, when you try the products, I don't care what other competing products you're using right now, you are going to love these. These are top-notch, best you can get in every category. I challenge you to find a better product by one of these any other company out there. Secondly, you're going to get them at a phenomenal wholesale discount. But third, you're feeding that dream money pool for you and all of us as distributors. And you're thinking, though, that, you know, you may be thinking, what difference does it make? Just one person. Well, you're going to see where that makes, in fact, what difference it makes, because this is truly a business of duplication. We're going to show you how that works. But if you go into this business and start sponsoring a group, they're going to do what you do. And we're going to teach them how to do what we do. And you're going to be setting an example also. And if you set the wrong example, tremendous amount of potential loss that you wouldn't even know about. You want to go into that?
Because really, when you think about it, again, important point, this is money that we're already spending. We're not telling anybody to spend more money, to dig deeper, to fork out more. You're already spending this, okay? That's a very important point to make. And the other thing is, you know, and again, like Kurt says, you know, who cares? You know, maybe when I get an organization, then I'll, you know, talk to people about doing this. Right now, it doesn't really matter because I'm just one guy, or maybe I'm world team and I got a couple of people underneath me, and you don't quite see yet how this is going to work. The important thing is I don't care if you're a single guy or if you're one person who has, you know, 2 or 3 or 5 people in your organization. The sooner you grasp this and the sooner you teach this concept, the faster your business is going to grow. Because someday in your business you will have 5 or 10 or 100 or 200 or 1,000 or 5,000 distributors in your organization. So when do you want to start teaching this concept? Do you want to teach it when you have the organization, or do you want to teach it now? Because if you teach it now, your check is going to grow faster, and this is going to show up right in your personal business. So first of all, be committed yourself, and then teach every single person that you bring into this business this concept. And again, we're telling you to spend money that you're already spending. Just spend it on Herbalife. But what we did was, as an example, just to show you the kind of money that you yourself personally can generate in your organization by teaching this very simple concept. It's actually mind-blowing. We took this and we said, okay, take $150 worth of products and a month that an average family is spending, shift it to the Herbalife plan, and say you have, let's take a big number here, 300 people in your organization, okay? Now, if 300 people in your organization, and believe me, if you stick with this business, you will have 300 people in your organization.
You know, really, let's catch that for a minute, because some of you are thinking, oh, I could never get 300. We'll come back to that. You could. You know, we've got thousands of distributors in our organization, but you know how many we've personally trained? It's under a couple of dozen. It's under a couple of dozen, and through the power of duplication has turned into thousands. So you think you could over the course of a few years find 10 or 15 people to teach some of these fundamentals to? It'll turn into literally thousands. So let's come back to that 300 number.
Yeah. And again, you got to grasp it. You got to understand the power of this. This is so powerful, and this is such a simple thing to incorporate. And it's something that if you really grasp and hold on, like I said, right today, start training yourself today and start training every distributor sponsor today these concepts, and it will grow so fast you'll be amazed. But we took that $150 worth of products, timesing by 300 distributors. Remember, I'm not waiting till I have 300. I'm doing it right now. But if they just shift that 300 distributors, that's going to equal to 45,000 volume points in your business for 1 month. 45,000 volume points just because people are shifting. We didn't even go into weight loss, targeted health products, nutrition products. We didn't even touch that stuff. We're just talking about very, very simple product shifting here.
That is amazing to me. 300